guys, and welcome back to another Cue the Confetti.
Happy Mardi Gras.
Happy Mardi Gras. We are getting ready to celebrate Fat Tuesday or Mardi Gras, which begins the Lenten season, which prepares us for Easter. And we like to do it by eating king cake. But ever since we moved to Oklahoma, it's kind of hard to find. And we are also in the middle of a snowstorm. So we are going to make king cake cinnamon rolls. All right, here we go. The first thing you're going to want to do is take a cup of warm milk and pour it in your stand mixer, along with a packet of yeast. And I've got I have Red Star's Quick Rise yeast, so it doesn't take much to get the lovely little yeasties going. Did you know yeast is an animal, Gentry?
Yes.
It's alive, and it smells great already. Then we're going to add our eggs, which are room temperature. All right, Gentry, we're gonna crack the eggs in here first to make sure we get no shell. Our eggs are a little wet because I needed them room temperature, so I put them in a little warm water. Use both hands. Let's crack it a little more. There you go. And we're gonna put these in our worm farm.
For the axolotls.
Double check in the bowl to make sure you didn't get any shells.
Nothing white.
All right, we're gonna pour our eggs in. So 2 eggs, 1 cup of warm milk, and then we are going to add our mostly melted butter. It's 1/3 cup. And I'll have the recipe in the description. Pour it all in. We got 1/2 cup of sugar. Pour it in. And a teaspoon of salt. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and add our 4 cups of flour, which I'm going to shake in there because it's heavy. 4 cups of flour. Shout out to my class. Thank you guys so much for my bowl. Got it for Christmas, or my birthday. Half birthday. 4 cups of flour, and then we're going to mix. We're gonna mix this. We're mixing it until it's barely combined. And we are going to let it rest for 5 minutes, so we'll be back in 5. All right, so it's been 5 minutes. We let the dough kind of pick up the moisture, and now we're gonna knead it with our dough hook for 5 to 7 minutes at medium speed. I'm gonna lock it, and I'm gonna let it go. This dough is something else. I think it might be too cold, y'all. That was not 5 to 7 minutes. I think it should be tacky and it's ball shaped. We're gonna call it good because the temperature is really cold here. So I'm gonna stick it and let it proof. I put the oven on and now it's off. I warmed up the oven just again because it's so cold. And we're gonna let it proof for 30 minutes. So it should be tacky, should be a little bit sticky. What you're hearing behind you is our simmer pot. I'm gonna stick it in a greased bowl. Hopefully it'll redeem itself. Going in the oven now. So it seems like a minute for you, but it's been well over 30 minutes for me, and the dough did not rise. Like at all. So it's really cold here, and apparently when it's super cold, dough doesn't rise. So instead of scrapping the whole thing, we're gonna pivot and we're going to do king cake cupcakes, which I am inventing right now because I've already made the frosting for the cinnamon rolls and I'd already done the filling. So we're gonna make a yellow cupcake and we're going to put cinnamon filling in it and we'll see how it goes. Are you ready for the ride? Here we go. I also lost Gentry in all this. She was like, I'm done. So we're making a yellow cupcake mix. It's pretty simple. Okay, I preheated the oven to 350. It makes 24 cupcakes, but we're just gonna show you 12. In a large bowl, we're gonna cream together our butter and sugar until it's light and fluffy. And it's going to be 2/3 cup of butter and 1 3/4 cup of sugar. Here we go. Our butter is, there we go. 1 3/4 cup of sugar. And we're gonna cream those together until light and fluffy. It's so light and fluffy. That looks pretty light. That looks pretty fluffy. Okay, and then we're gonna add our eggs one at a time, making sure that they get thoroughly beat. The eggs are room temperature. And then a little vanilla. We like to use Haitian vanilla here. It looks beautiful, and now we're gonna start adding in here we whisked 2½ cups of flour, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, and ½ teaspoon of salt right in there. Boom. And we're gonna start alternating between adding this flour mixture and 1 1/4 cups of milk. I should have warmed up the milk because it kind of re-solidified that butter. We're gonna go with it. We've got our batter. All right, here's where I'm about to change it up. I'm going to put a dollop of the batter in each of these. Actually, I'm gonna spray them. Now, I'm gonna put a dollop of batter in each of these, and then I already made the cinnamon roll filling when we were doing these cinnamon rolls, and I'm going to put that filling in the middle of each of these. The original king cake, you can get king cake in all sorts of flavors, but originally it's pretty much cinnamon sugar. It's like a cinnamon roll, but it's not a cinnamon roll, it's king cake, but we're gonna do our best. So we're making king cake cupcakes after a king cake cinnamon roll fail. The cinnamon roll filling is a cup of brown sugar, 4 tablespoons of cinnamon, and a cup of butter, softened butter. So I'm just gonna add like a little piece, like a little, what is this, probably a teaspoon of filling? Like a little surprise. Our family moved to Shreveport, Louisiana when Gentry was 3 years old. We moved there in October, and that February was Mardi Gras, and she fell in love hard. She didn't want to celebrate Christmas anymore because the Mardi Gras parades were way more her jam. And if you've never been to a Mardi Gras parade, which granted, we're in Shreveport, so we weren't even in like the heart of Mardi Gras. The parades last like 5 hours. I'll put in pictures. Mardi Gras parade day, especially if the weather is nice, people, it's a whole day. Parade's just part of it. You're cooking out, so people would rent porta potties because they'd have their space on the parade route with their family and friends. And then yeah, parade lasts a good bit. The floats are huge. They're not like your old neighborhood parade. They're more on level with Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. I guess a mix, a step down from Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, step up from your local parade. And yeah, they throw beads. Gentry would always try to get hot dogs, was her favorite thing to get off of a float. Ribs, tacos, baby dolls, candy, you name it, they throw it. It's just a good time. Of course, they're not having Mardi Gras this year, because of COVID, but then they also had snow come in. So Mardi Gras has kind of been canceled this year, so this is a good way to celebrate at home. Little cupcakes. So I'm gonna put them in the oven, 350 for 20 minutes. All right, so the cupcakes have come out. They've cooled for 10 minutes in the cupcake tin, and then now they've cooled completely on the table. They look pretty good. Now it is time to ice and decorate. This is the icing that I was going to use for the cinnamon rolls. It's a block of cream cheese, a stick of butter, 2 cups powdered sugar, and it is mixed together. It's pretty thick, and with a little vanilla. And I also added Vietnamese cinnamon to it to kind of incorporate that cinnamon flavor. King cake is got a cream cheese filling, so that's what we're going with here with this cupcake. We've pivoted because this was supposed to be cinnamon rolls, and that did not work. Gentry's favorite parade was the Highland Parade in Shreveport, which is on a Sunday afternoon, and it happened to go right in front of the church that I worked at as a youth director, so it was an all-day event, and it was on Sunday. It was family-oriented, super fun. I'll put pictures in here. We've got sanding sugar in green, purple, and yellow. Mardi Gras colors. Here we go, let's try it. Pretty good. Not bad for being a mistake, right? Thank you so much for joining us today and going from making Mardi Gras cinnamon rolls to messing all that up and making Mardi Gras cupcakes. Let me know if you try it. As always, we appreciate it when you like and subscribe to our channel. We hope that you are safe and warm wherever you are and that you are able to celebrate today.